Call the meeting to order, please. Pledge to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call.
Mark Authorize.
Here.
Jody Chaplin. Here. Nancy Ellis. Here. Jerry Jericho.
Here.
Geneva Hickey. Here. Frank Patera. Paul Barney.
Here. Okay, approval of the regular meeting minutes of March 10th, 2021. Motion.
Second.
Motion approved and second. Any question or discussion? Okay, roll call.
Jody Chaplin.
Yes.
Nancy Ellis.
Yes.
Jerry Jericho.
Yes.
Geneva Hickey.
Yes.
Paul Barney.
Yes.
Mark Authorize.
Yes. Mayor's report.
The only thing I have today is about the grant we received yesterday from the First
Energy Foundation.
First Energy Foundation, Master Foundation.
Right. You want me to follow up on that for you all? So Ed and I attended an event yesterday that the Mon Valley Alliance had applied for a grant to go towards cameras, camera systems, repairing cameras, public safety. They did a $5,000 grant, $2,500 of which was given to Charleroi, $2,500 of which went to Spears. Again, that was from the First Energy Foundation, and Ben Brown and Mon Valley Alliance handled all that. Total in grants from that, I believe it was $12,500 that they've actually gotten towards this project. So yeah, I want to publicly thank First Energy Foundation and Ben Brown and his team. They did a great job with it. It was a very nice event they had us come down to for a check presentation. Roberta already has the check. We can use it for any of that, whether we want to update any of the cameras, we need to repair any of the cameras, whatever we need to do with that, we have it available to us. And Spears will be doing the same on their end. Let me hit one thing since we're talking about something from yesterday before I forgot. And I'm going to jump if that's what they're doing. In conjunction with that, because Tim was obviously not mayor at the time where we applied for that, Tim and I talked about possibly reapplying for that again next year jointly, and hopefully North Charleroi will be in line to be part of it. So that kind of all falls into that, because that was still part of the mayor's report, because that's something that he had talked about with Ed yesterday. So I think Ed and I agreed to bring all that stuff up that was talked about on that yesterday. Did I miss anything there, Ed? Okay. Okay, thanks, Ed. Okay, reports to standing committees. Finance, Janine?
Good. Well, how are you, buddy?
Okay. Total bills for the month were $140,998.38. We paid a total of $20,619.18, leaving us with a balance of $120,379.20. And I would like a motion to pay the remainder of the balance.
Motion. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any questions on any bills at all?
The Mornack excavation, is that for?
That's for the demolition of backfall.
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay. Roll call?
Jody Chaplin.
Yes.
Nancy Ellis.
Yes.
Jerry Jericho.
Yes.
Geneva Hickey.
Yes.
Paul Barney.
Yes.
Mark Authorize.
Yes. Personnel, Janine?
I wanted to welcome Kevin to the crew. Glad to have you back. You did a great job in all your summer times, and we're hoping that you continue to do that throughout your career here, not your job, career, long term, Kevin. That's all I have.
Nancy?
We will be addressing the additional personnel issue on agenda item number 1, and I would also like to say welcome, Kevin.
Yeah, ditto what they said. I saw him lugging bags of concrete around today. He was helping TJ at 8th Street.
I saw him too.
Yes. Okay, Public Works, Nancy?
Well, street crew is at 8th Street working. There was was a rather large sinkhole there, and I can't get into all the technicalities of what it was. There were broken lines, is that correct?
Yeah, it was a pretty big pipe. That was, I'm guessing, Kevin, was that what, a 40-inch pipe, 48-inch pipe?
It was a little bigger.
Yeah, it was, I mean, it could have, it was, I mean, I'm short, but I could probably have almost walked in it.
So-
Me and Jerry both could have probably. There was, it was basically crumbled. It went back a little farther than TJ had originally anticipated. He called me today and I told him to go ahead and take it back because it was silly. The hole was already opened up. If you had to get an extra section of pipe and fix it so we're not dealing with this, you know, a year from now, so be it. But it was a mess, but they did a good job with it, you know, working down there. Like I said, they did a good job with that today. I didn't go back down. Jody, did you tell me that, somebody told me it's sealed up now? Did they black up? Okay. When I was there early, they were still
Yeah,
working.
I drove by about 4:30 and the road was open and it was
Okay.
all filled in.
I was there at
10:00.
10:30 or 11, and at that point, they were still digging. So that's great, because when I was there, the pipes weren't even all connected yet. So if they had it done in blacktop 4 hours later, so that's fantastic. Okay. Nancy, anything else?
No.
Okay, Jared?
I do not.
Okay. Code, Jody?
Well, we received Bobby's letter of resignation, unfortunately. Where is he? Oh, there he is. So we're going to be planning to advertise for his position. He'll be here through the end of May. He's still working on, you know, doing violation letters and court cases.
Okay. But I had already told him I'm not going to vote to accept it.
I don't think he cares.
I don't think he does.
He's
Okay.
leaving regardless.
Bob, is there anything else you want to add under code?
No, funny thing someone mentioned to me, I noticed on here about the demolition at 725. Where do you go to put in a bid for it? Guy asked me today, is it the redevelopment or do they put a bid into the borough?
We'll be advertising and drop off the bids here.
Okay, he just wanted to know.
Yes.
Other than I'm trying to get.
Yeah, we'll be doing our normal advertising for that, but he gets dropped off directly.
Okay, so I'll tell them.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Parks and Recs, Paul?
I think I would like to thank the fire department for taking Easter Bunny around for Easter. With the code at times, that's the only way we can have the Easter Bunny out there is to socially distance. So thank the fire department for that. The only other thing we're working on is how we're planning for our community days. I know we're looking at the 3rd as being tied in with the celebration with the Legion and fireworks, but we're going to have further discussion on if we want to do a 1-day or 2-day total event, and that's going to all depend on, again, how the code is listed and what we're allowed to do as far as having people outdoors. So we'll be discussing that within the next month.
Okay. As a follow-up to what he said, the Mitchell Page dedication is definitely for that night. They actually had a meeting down there at the site tonight. Unfortunately, it was while we're here. At 5:30 they were having that, so I wasn't able to attend that. Patrick Garman told me about that today because they want to start getting things going with that. But it's definitely for July 3rd that night. So, yes.
I need to update, what do you call it? Cleanup day is on. It has been moved to Thursday, April 29th, due to the students not being in class on the 30th. That was the only way we get anybody. I've spoken with the school. The high school kids are in, and they will be coming, the National Honor Society and the life skills kids. Been in touch with a company that's wanting to donate flowers. Waiting to hear back from them. And Student Government Day was canceled due to the person in charge not contacting the school and following through.
Okay, that it? Okay, police, Jerry.
Yeah, we, at our meeting last month, Terry Planton came in and he was talking to us about grants. He talked about the 28 $1,500 grant, COVID grant. They were still working on that. Lori Henderson came in, spoke with us about our pension. It's, of course, very solvent. He did a very nice speech on it over the telephone, of course. We're looking at changing different benefits. Tim Soloway was here with a company called Casey's Benefits, and we haven't really got to work on that. Every guy will have a body cam. They ordered body cams. It's going to cost $8,500. All the money was donated. Had $100 left over.
How many total cameras is there?
How many they say?
Is it not just, I mean, there's enough for one, no extras, just one for each?
Yeah, everybody's, yeah.
I thought maybe there was one left
I
over.
thought there was one extra.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure.
yeah.
Okay, we don't have the microphone. Can everyone hear us okay back there?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll make sure.
So that's a plus, as we see what body cams can produce on television lately. They will be classed on it and schooled on it, on how to use them, what they have to do. And May 15th, they're having a play shoot with the police and fire. After the shoot, they're meeting back here at the fire hall. Joe, do you have anything else?
Duquesne University has police cars that have 30,000 miles on them, and they replace them whenever they get to that certain limit. And Chad has been calling every day trying to get access to those police cars to replace some of our Crown Vics that are well up over 160,000 miles on them. The officers do maintenance weekly on those cars, and he should have found something out by the end of March. And of course, we'll have our meeting next week to find out that there's possibly 3 cars that are available. Chad put together a body camera policy. Our solicitor's looking it over. And that looks like that's about it. The May 15th fundraiser is part of both the police and the fire departments for the clay shoot at the California Hill Gun Club. The food and the awards will be done at the Charleroi Fire Hall by Sappy Brown's food truck. And I believe the entrance fee is $80 per person, and that includes the luncheon.
Nancy, Amanda?
I don't have anything.
Fire and EMS, Jerry.
I have nothing on that. Chief Whiteman, you want to give your report?
We had 50 calls in March. We're already up to 19. As I said, we've been busy. We glad to do that for Easter Bunny. I think everybody got a lot of PR out of that. We have, like you said, we have the sporting clay shoot in May with the police department, fundraising for both departments. We have a Halloween beer ticket coming out on May 28th, 26th, or whatever, right before Memorial Day. And like I said, I know council don't get much thanks, you guys know that, but I'm going to thank you guys for having that paid driver, because the other day we had a firework, 2 minutes of firework, and ended up being a bedroom fire, small bedroom fire, and being that the paid driver was there, got there quick, let the fire out, let the smoke out, and look, if it wasn't for that, who knows how long it would have taken to get somebody there. Could have had it, and it was right next to between Spalino's and Melonizers. So you can imagine both of those are wood buildings too. You'd have lost all 3 if it wasn't for council. Like I said, I want to congratulate you guys for going over and above keeping that fire truck driver position, because it paid for itself right there. And then they have, what was the other one that we had? We had a couple of weeks ago up on Lookout Avenue, we had a tree come down, knocked the transformer down, oil all over the ground. Matt was in, I was stuck in court out in Washington. I had to go. I really didn't have to go, but I did. And he was there by himself. There was not one other guy turned out, because there was nobody available. So thank thought that, you know, and the oil from the transformers isn't just plain oil, it's hazardous. So Matt's up there trying to, you know, keep people away from the wire, blowing the oil. So that was another plus for you guys as council, taking that position, you know, taking that position with a lot of concern and for the people in the boroughs involved. So thank you.
You're welcome, Bob. I think I speak for everyone when I say everything he does and you guys as a group, that's a no-brainer to have him there. It really is. Is that all you have?
That's it.
Okay. Do we have any public discussion on any agenda items, Roberta?
I just want to do the animal control.
Okay.
Citations issued 6, warnings 41, animal bites 2, pickup 7, return to owners 2, nuisance call 41, catch traffic 0, for a total of 55 answered calls. I personally called Kim on. We had 2 dogs running loose, one pit bull and one really big dog.
Saint Bernard.
No, this was,
Is it husky?
no, his neck's this big. He looks like a pit bull.
Rottweiler.
Right.
No,
Mastiff.
that's not.
Shih Tzu.
It is. Anyway, it comes.
We've named every dog carrier. Let's do the rest
No,
of the
you
story.
haven't. Here come to me, big one. But anyway, they were running around like crazy, and they were running so much, the big one just flopped, fell over. My neighbor, it was panting. It was bad. We just kept getting buckets of water pouring on it, and I called Kim and sent her pictures of it. Within a half hour, she located the owner off of Facebook. I don't know how she did it, but she called me right back and she was sending someone up to get the dogs. And a half hour later, she called me back. And we got the dog going. He didn't die. We put him in a fenced-in area until the owner got here, which was off of over 8th Street.
So I'll go into the 18th crest.
Yeah. King Corso. I knew I didn't.
You stalled long enough to figure it out.
Yes. Very big dog, but I'm glad they were friendly.
That dog's bigger than you, isn't it?
He rounder than me, believe it or not. But she did a very nice job. Like I said, within a half hour, she put it on her site, boom, and found the owner.
That's good.
I just thought that was good.
No, good job. That's good following up on it, Jerry. Okay. So correspondence, the Tri-County meeting is April 15th, and I believe we're still doing Zoom on those, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So that will be tomorrow evening. We do have that letter from Joe Pagano. Want to address that?
Yeah, I did meet with Joey, and I went down to Club Serenity. He showed me the facility. He went over their plans with me. What they're planning to do is, as they asked, to block off the alleyway. They're going to have meetings and educational seminars inside. They will also have food. So they're asking to have the alley blocked off because there are smokers, but there is no smoking in the building, so people would have an area to safely be able to smoke. And they are planning to set the tables and tents up for additional overflow to eat over in Susan Joe's parking area. And they spoke with her first, and I verified it. She has no problem with them using that area. So I feel that that is a worthwhile project, and I would recommend that we would approve that.
So I think we need to add it on the agenda. If everyone's okay, I'd like to add that as number 9 on the agenda. Everyone okay with that? I'm assuming by the silence, that's a yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, takes care of that. Everyone saw in their packet, Doug from Mackin, to kind of give them some update on some things. I don't know if you had a chance from last week, so now look at that letter. Does anyone have any questions on anything there? If not,
So, yeah, I do.
okay.
So, If I'm reading correctly, as we talked about a couple of times in council, that they're suggesting that we use the Jersey barriers and not those.
Well, I think they're still going back and forth a little bit more since this letter, aren't they? I believe there's still some question, because they were talking about going to the block. Is that correct, Nancy? This is what
We had suggested them going.
They had suggested
But I
that
thought-
the last I had heard, they still wanted the Jersey barrier.
that's what the residents wanted. But I
Right.
thought at this point, Macken is still recommending not go with the Jersey barriers. The last I talked to him, that was the way I understood it. Is that the way you understood also, Steve? Yes. So I will confirm that with him, but that was, the request for the Jersey barriers was not coming from him, but from the residents. That was one of the residents in the case. He was not in favor of the Jersey barriers, potential problems down the road. And no matter what we put in, or whatever got done, they were going to have to sign off on it for future problems. So if they sell the house at some point, whoever the future owner of the house is well aware of what was put in, why, and so there's no liability to the borough. Did I miss anything there, Steve?
No, you think I was,
Yeah, thank you.
thank you.
Okay. The zoning report stuff in there is not really there. Ed, is there anything on the transit authority that you want to hit on?
Other than, moving the bus stop, it's in your letter that the bus was being addressed at the last meeting.
Okay.
The tower was in there, I put it in.
Okay, thank you. Okay, before we get into the agenda, there's two personnel items that I go to executive session on, and one, I don't know if that one even falls under potential. I guess the other one would be personnel also, not really
Personnel.
Yeah. Since there's a bunch of people here, let's go next door to the council chambers. We can leave everyone here. We shouldn't be very long. I hope this is going to be quick, guys. We'll be right back. We have to take care of this real quick.
Yeah, for.
Give him one last chance. We're starting. I don't know.
We'll talk about that. Let's go to the
All right.
We'll address this after the meeting.
Right. I'm on executive session after the meeting.
Yep, I understand.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. We're going to bring the meeting back. Thank you, everyone. We had a couple of items we want to add on to the agenda. Did I just hear the door open out there?
Let's go, Mark.
They're in the hallway. Get in here, guys. We're voting on hiring somebody. Everybody went there for that.
Well, I understand that, Mark, but this is not protocol.
No, it's not.
That shouldn't
Session.
be
No.
like that.
I asked 3 times. Where's she at?
She's coming, Mr. Sarge.
Okay, we need to get her in here. Okay, this is dragging out. Now. Okay. Item number 1, authorize the hiring of street department laborer.
Make a motion.
Okay, do I have a motion for,
Second.
well, I need a name, please.
I need to recommend the law.
Yeah, so personnel committee has a name, please.
Zachary Heppel.
Do I have any other nominations? Do I have any other nominations? The final time, do I have any other nominations?
Who was the, who nominated?
Janine.
Jenny? Thank you.
Okay, roll call by name, please.
Jody Chuplet,
Zach Heppel.
Nancy Ellis,
Zachary Heppel.
Jerry Jericho,
Zachary Heppel.
Janine Moteki,
Zachary Heppel.
Paul Barnett,
Zachary Heppel.
Mark Alderese.
Zachary Heppel. Number 2, authorize advertising for summer workers for the street departments.
Motion.
Second.
Any question, discussion on that?
How many?
How many people are there?
You're budgeting 5, yeah.
Did we
So-
go to 5?
So, advertise for up to 5.
Up to 5, correct. Because we still have the other workers that we may be getting also, correct? From the church group, youth group?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Okay. Any other questions on that? Roll call?
Jody Chapler,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis,
Yes.
Jerry Jericho,
Yes.
Janine Montefiore,
Yes.
Paul Pagano,
Yes.
Mark Alderisi.
Yes. Number 3, to authorize to advertise for emergency demolition of 725 Washington Avenue. Motion for that, please?
Motion.
Second.
With a capital M.
Motion, and I assume it's the second was either Janine or Paul, I'm not sure which, okay. Any question or discussion on that? Jody, no questions from you on that? Any questions from anybody? Okay. And we do have the signed paperwork now, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Roll call?
Jody Chapler,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis,
Yes.
Jerry Jericho,
Yes.
Janine Montefiore,
Yes.
Paul Pagano,
Yes.
Mark Alderisi.
Yes.
Mr. President, I'd just like to thank Bobby for making that magic happen. I don't know how you got the signature. We chased it for
A
months.
long time.
Chase her down.
Good.
Good job, Bob.
Thanks, Bob.
And now for the
We're going to
advertising.
extend his contract.
Yeah.
That same time period.
Number 4, to authorize to advertise for the code enforcement position.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or discussion or disappointment?
Disappointed.
Disappointment.
Anybody?
Bob, all I'm gonna
What-
say is enjoy your life while you can.
Thank you.
What date do we want to have the advertisements in by?
When do you leave, Bob?
May 28th.
I think I'll go in on Monday.
I know, but when we want people to have their applications in?
First.
May 1st?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this negotiated package, are we offering the same package deal, or are we gonna discuss what we're gonna offer as a?
Well, one thing we need to remember is the car. He's been using a fire department vehicle, it's not going to be available, so we're going to have to figure that out.
So we'll have to discuss that as part of the package.
Okay, but we can advertise, but we can't set for sure what the actual salary or benefits or
That's correct,
package
we'll
will be.
build all that in.
So maybe if Chad gets a car from
We
them,
can get
we
one of
can
theirs.
take their crappy car,
Right,
take the stuff off, because they're only.
because
inside
Michelle used to
anyway.
use it all.
Yeah.
Michelle used to do, right,
Okay.
just a thought,
Okay, so we're going to go with May 1st,
yes,
May 1st by 3 p.m. Who made the motion for that? You okay changing it to that?
yes.
And who made the second?
I did.
You okay with that? Okay. Any other question or discussion on that? Okay, roll call?
Jody Chapler,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis,
Yes.
Jerry Jericho,
Yes.
Janine Montefiore,
Yes.
Paul Pagano,
Yes,
Mark Alderisi.
Yes. Just as kind of a follow-up, I want to jump back to 2. We did not put a date on that, and I kind of left it off intentionally, so that if we don't get enough applicants, we've had trouble in the past getting applicants. So if we only get 2 by our next meeting, and it's middle of June, we get another one, we don't have to worry about advertising. So that's why I didn't ask for a date on that one. I'd like to leave that open, but we still have up to 5, so we're covered.
Summer help meeting.
Yes, for the summer help, right, so we're on item number 2. Okay, number 5, to approve the paid accessible parking application for 634 Lincoln Avenue. A motion for that, please?
I'll make a motion.
Motion.
Okay.
Second.
Yours is the second then, Jody?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
And just for everyone's probably noticed, there's already one there. This is just replacing that one as a paid application versus the one that was not a paid application. Does anybody have any other question on that at all? Roll call?
Jody Chapler,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis,
Yes.
Jerry Jericho,
Yes.
Janine Montefiore,
Yes.
Paul Pagano,
Yes,
Mark Alderisi.
Yes. Number 6, to approve the paid accessible parking application for 402 Shady Avenue.
Motion.
Motion.
A motion is second. Any question?
Second.
Whoever. Any question or discussion? That was, TJ did go look at that and everything looks good on that.
Yes.
Okay, roll call?
Jody Chapler,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis,
Yes.
Jerry Jericho,
Yes.
Janine Montefiore,
Yes.
Paul Pagano,
yes,
Mark Alderisi.
Yes. Check one thing. Okay, number 7, to authorize to advertise for bids to remove dead tree at 512 Washington Avenue. A motion for that, please?
I have a question.
No.
Well, we need a motion and a second first before we get into
A
discussion.
motion.
Second? You don't have to vote yes, but at least we can get into the discussion.
Second.
Okay.
Did we find out whether the tree was part of the original demo contract? That was brought up last week.
Yeah, my understanding was not.
My understanding was not also, or you weren't here.
I wasn't here, but I don't think it would have been part of the home.
No, I don't remember that being part of it.
Is it causing any problems right now?
Yes, it's a very, yes. It is going to potentially fall on that house. Yes. It is a dead tree. It is on the old Regis Carroll property, which obviously we're well aware is nobody's property right now. So, is it a hazard? Reluctantly, I have to say yes.
Whoever takes it down, can we have them cut it in quarters and put it around the parking, or put it around the property boundaries so people cannot park in there?
Sure, we can work that into the bid.
Either that or just have them cut it up into 24-inch pieces and we can have our guys go down, and we don't want to pay somebody to do that.
Right.
We'll have our guys go down there and...
Do our guys have a chainsaw big enough for that? That's a big tree.
No, have them cut it up into small pieces and our guys go down and put it.
I'm sure that's probably the way they would cut. They're not going to cut it one cut and drop it down.
Well, no, they'll cut it in larger pieces and take it out of here, but that's why I'm saying cut it into like 24-inch pieces, and we can block off the area so people can't pull their cars in there.
Well, we get cut and have them cut it and leave it there would be good.
It'll be a mud hole like the one right in front of it.
Yeah.
So I have a question. Say nobody technically owns the place, somebody goes in there, the property, and gets hurt. Who's the liable person?
Potentially no one. I mean, we don't own the property. That's what it could be.
But if the tree would fall on the house, we would put on notice
Right.
that there's a problem. That's the issue here.
Right.
You know, we're on notice right now that that would damage that house, and we didn't make any attempt to fix it, we could be responsible.
We get reimbursed for
It's not our problem.
It's not our property.
Yeah, that's the
So
problem.
why are we going to be held liable for that?
We already understood the steps to demolish the house under public nuisance and kind of the same
Right.
issue.
But
This emanates from the same thing. I mean, ideally, it would have been nice if the tree would have been studied as part of the initial demo, as part of the contract. But we've already gone on the property, performed work, the neighboring property owner has put us on notice.
Is there money we could get back from the redevelopment as an emergency situation for us to get?
Not for the house, we can do demo, we can ask them about the tree.
Since this is an emergency
Yeah,
situation.
I'll call Nathan and ask
I'll
him.
see if we can at least get reimbursed some of the money that we're going to pay in the contract.
Yeah, that is possible. I don't know, I'll check. I know we definitely can't do the house.
No.
But the tree may fall under a different category, so I'll check them out tomorrow. Okay. Okay, any other questions on that at all? Roll call?
Jody Chapman,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis,
Yes.
Jerry Jericho,
Yes.
Geneva Ticky,
Yes. I know.
Paul Cavarnick,
Yes.
Mark Alderson.
Yes. Number 8, authorize a 2020 municipal audit by Mark Turley, CPA, at a cost of $4,500.
Motion.
Question or discussion on that? Roll call?
Jody Chapman,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis,
Yes.
Jerry Jericho,
Yes.
Geneva Ticky,
Yes.
Paul Cavarnick,
Yes.
Mark Alderson.
Yes. Okay, number 9, to accept the letter received from Joe Pagano for Club Serenity's request to close down a portion of the alley on Saturday, June 5th, 2021, from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Have a motion for that, please?
Motion.
Second. Question or discussion? Roll call?
Jody Chapman,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis,
Yes.
Jerry Jericho,
Yes.
Geneva Ticky,
Yes.
Paul Cavarnick,
Yes.
Mark Alderson.
Yes. Number 10, to increase Audie Caruso's life insurance policy to $25,000.
Motion.
Second.
Any question or discussion on that, please?
Shouldn't we explain that, why? Should that not be explained?
It looks like there was an oversight at some point, in the previous policy holder, the company we had previous to the current one we have. At some point, when they carried it over, they did not put the right policy amount in. It was pointed out recently, and it was addressed.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, well, go ahead, we gotta finish that one, go ahead.
Okay, any other questions? Okay. Roll call?
Jody Chapler,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis,
Yes.
Gary Jericho.
Yes.
Jenny Matiki.
Yes.
Paul Barnett,
Yes.
Mark Augustine.
Yes.
I'd like to add one more thing I noticed that we
We
forgot.
have another one yet. Gonna do the one we already talked about first?
What's that?
Number 11 we talked about over there?
That's what,
No, yours is different. This is number 11.
oh, sorry.
Okay.
Write that one down.
Okay, number 11 is the extended offer to David Ty for the borough manager position. The offer extended him will be $62,500 plus benefits.
Motion.
Second.
Any questions or follow-up? Along with that, Steve, should we add a separate motion to the funding we're going to apply for through DCD?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay.
And
So,
also is, Steve, you're going to be the one working on getting his contract.
You will prepare a contract. I've already exchanged draft borough manager contracts with Mr. Foreman. So I mean, we would have to, obviously, that way a candidate, we'd have to discuss specific terms. But, yeah, and I would make it subject to that final approval of the contract and review by DCD.
should I, myself or Michael, contact him this
Yes.
evening to let him know that we're
Were
okay?
you able to reach Mr. Foreman?
He did not call me back now. I'll
He
try
has
him.
not, but we
Yeah,
can call
I
him.
could try him again, but if I don't get hold of him,
We'll
there's-
call him, yeah.
okay, that's fine. Okay. Any other question on that? Okay, roll call?
Jody Chapler,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis,
Yes.
Gary Jericho.
Yes.
Jenny Matiki.
Yes.
Paul Barnett,
Yes.
Mark Augustine.
Yes. Number 12, to apply for the funding through DCD that would pay for a portion of the borough manager's position over the 3-year period.
So moved.
Second.
Question, discussion on that? Roll call?
Jody Chapler,
Yes.
Nancy Ellis,
Yes.
Gary Jericho.
Yes.
Jenny Matiki.
Yes.
Paul Barnett,
Yes.
Mark Augustine.
Yes. Okay, Jerry, you're up.
We spoke at the agenda meeting, and I noticed we forgot it. It was brought up to us to move parking on Crest Avenue between 3rd Street and 4th Street to the right side. I'd like to put that on the agenda to do that.
Okay, that's fine. When I think asking for a motion now?
I'm asking to submit that as, yeah.
You're making that motion?
For a second?
Second.
My only question is, and I have no problem with it, we had also discussed at least talking to the residents first to make sure there's no issues with anyone with any handicap stalls or any issues. So my only thought is, do we want to wait, get at least notify the residents first before we make that change?
On the same note of that, I'm asking, Steve, do we not have to do a study if we're changing the traffic pattern?
Yes.
On our private roads, we have to.
If it would
On our
affect,
roads.
if it would affect the overall pattern, I would think so, yeah.
Because I know when we wanted to do
Be a straight.
6th Street to take those, I mean, 4th Street to take those parking lots out, parking,
Trying to
on that up
remember,
top,
they
we had to do a study on.
When it came up, not terribly long ago.
What's that?
No, that issue, which I think we would have.
Well, if we need to do a study, I'm going to withdraw, because I'm not in favor of paying for a study.
I don't know if
No,
we
no, it's
got,
our study,
We don't have to
do it internally.
yeah, we don't have to pay for study, we can do it internally, and I think a lot of the study has to do with back with my comment about, at least notifying the
They're
neighbors.
notifying to get the recommendation of the police department, fire department.
Well, we already have the
You all-
recommendation.
Why didn't you need that in writing? Just
Yes.
say we already have it.
Why don't you do all of Crest from 1st to 12th Street? Because we're still having issues over on between 8th and 9th with,
Yeah, but they have parking on both sides. If we did that, there's not gonna be no parking. There's no parking now. I understand what you're saying.
but can you let people park on the sidewalk? If they're in front of their own residence and park on the sidewalk and give some room. I went over there today on 7th and before, there was a car parked too close to the corner. I went around the bend last week, I'm like, holy heck, we never squeezed through a truck. The car was too close to Fifth Street, you couldn't make, you know.
I traveled the whole thing, I know what you're saying, I thought about all that, but then, the only one that we really, that's crisscrossing is right there. I mean, it was either that or take a parking place out of there between Third and Fourth, and put yellow lines there that they will not, they can't park there.
No, they will anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, but then you have a right, we could cite them every time if you have it marked, no parking.
But here's my question, and get back to what you're saying about the curbs. Steve, would we have to have it as a resolution by block or by town-wise before we do that?
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to describe it a little bit.
Right.
What, to have people park on the
If
curb?
they're permitted to
or
park on
on the sidewalk?
Yeah, we have to say specific areas they're permitted.
There's some people going out parking on the
Right.
sidewalk.
Yeah, but that's,
But I
They
think,
don't want it, but-
I have no problem with us doing it, but I think to keep.
that's in the vehicle code, that's in the vehicle code, that you can't park on the sidewalk. Now, we're gonna permit them, or we're opening up a big problem there.
What happens if a truck can't get through somebody's house?
Yeah, but I understand, but it's in the vehicle code, you can't park on the sidewalks.
Okay, I agree with you on doing it, Chris, Jerry, but I think we need to make sure we have all our ducks in a row for one more month, if that's okay? Would be my suggestion.
I mean, just from the area that it is, you got 3, maybe 4 homes.
And then that's fine, but I
They're
think,
parking in front of their home.
I think we owe the residents who live there at least the opportunity to let them know what's going on before we change it. I'm with you on changing it.
People don't like change, so you know you're gonna get
You are, and
Bad
there's a
feedback.
handicap spot
People
there.
don't like
So
change.
that's
Well,
gonna
we're
be an
going to
issue.
use Sean as a liaison to, up there, since he brought the attention to us. I'm sure Sean's already talked to some of them up there.
No, I mean, I just brought the idea up because it was less than 2 years ago, I pulled out of my driveway and couldn't get through there. I backed up, and there was a police car coming down 4th Street, parked above Meadow. The next thing you know, I was getting pulled over on 6th Street, why I backed up, which I understand, probably to find out. But there's some, when you guys, you come down and you go like this, okay? That duplex on the left-hand side across from Mary Selasky's and where Mrs. Foreman is. There's, the Nigerians live there or wherever those people are from that work at the spaghetti factory and stuff. Vans pick them up every day, so there aren't any cars parked there right now. But in a month from now, that lady that lives behind the building could rent that out. She works for the Postal Service. And the next thing you know, there's no one listens to the yellow line. Because if someone comes home at 11 o'clock at night and parks there, nobody's going to give them a ticket. There's nobody out that late at night giving tickets. You guys know that.
If somebody would call, the police are out there, they have tickets for that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying as for the snow removal at Strait, for fire, for ESD, and moving vans and stuff. I've had to walk them outside and help, like Lowe's delivery truck stuff, back all the way up.
Sean, you don't have to convince us, we know.
Well, I'm just saying, my only concern is there's a handicap spot there, and I talked to Mr. Jones. And he didn't say either way, wow, he kind of thought maybe that might be a good idea. But when people aren't used to change, you're probably going to get a lot of negative feedback, okay? But you will pick up at least 3 or 4 more parking spots because that side of the street, right there where I'm talking about, takes up 2. And then going down on the left-hand side, there's 1 or 2 driveways where you can't park. So if everything's on this side, you will pick up a lot more spots. But my only concern is how fast people come up past my house.
Well, that's going to be the next thing. I told Mark, that actually slows people down because they know they have
It
to.
does slow people down, but
That's going to be your next problem, they're going to be flying.
yeah,
Oh, no.
it was just an idea. If you do it, fine. If you don't, but I don't think Mr. Jones is going to have a problem with the handicap spot because he drives, he shovels snow, he does everything, him and his wife both. But I don't.
Well, the thing that we have that all over town, on 2nd Street. I come up 2nd Street, go down 2nd Street every day, and it's like this. You know, Bobby knows, he lives up there, it's just, you're bouncing around.
34 years, and it's always, I've almost hit cars all the time there because people don't obey the yellow line right there. They just don't do it.
Well, what I'd like to do, if it's okay, if you're okay with it, Jerry, is you make a motion. I agree with you on doing it. I just don't think we should be doing it without at least notifying the people up there first. I'm not real big on making it, I mean, that's been there forever. So I think we should at least let them know exactly what we're doing. It's in fairness to them.
And it would probably be good for us to put a stop sign there at 4th Street going on Crest. That will slow them down a little bit.
I'm with you on it, but I think we need to do it right if we're gonna do it.
That's all a separate motion. Motion right now with the traffic pattern, unless he rescinds the motion.
So you rescind that motion for now? It's up to you. If you want to vote on it, you can.
We'll vote on it, okay, I don't know.
You want to keep your motion, we'll vote on it. It's up to you.
I mean, if it's a must for you to contact them, contact them. Let's pass it, and
Pass it contingent.
and send out letters. Or, I mean, how are we gonna contact them? Gonna send out letters? You're gonna go knock on doors? How are you gonna do this?
What if you send out a letter to the Crest Avenue residents?
I just think we should just go up there and just find out for ourselves, if we're gonna recess the meeting till next week.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's not on.
What committee would do that? What
I
committee?
think that's, we'd have to have, is that something, Bob, since Matt helps you with code, is that something we fall under that, the fire truck also? Because the fire truck is my biggest concern up there. So which,
How about that?
I'm just not, I'm not putting a spot, I'm not putting my spot.
Would you go knock on the doors up there? On that? No, I mean, I mean, write their names down and their phone numbers, addresses, and just say, I suppose.
You don't want the whole block, right?
No, just between.
Just those 5 houses.
3rd and 4th.
But there's one in the back too, Matt.
Right, but you don't want letters.
Yeah, we're moving
He's
along,
still,
yeah.
I'm sure his name's budget.
Just write down who you talked to, phone number, and what their response
So
was.
can we just
We're
take?
still in discussion, right?
Jeremy has his hand up.
Yeah, I know, I was waiting for
Oh, I'm sorry.
I saw that, I was waiting to finish. Yeah.
Let him speak for going back. Let him-
We had a problem up with Arlington, with the borough of Spears. We had to notify, if you guys are trying to move any type of yellow line or anything, and you're altering the traffic pattern, you have to notify PennDOT.
It's not a PennDOT road.
It doesn't matter, neither is Arlington.
I disagree with that.
You have to notify them. And
State-
what's gonna end up happening is if somebody gets hurt up there,
Second Street,
and if you weren't, and
we had to do a
it
study.
wasn't changed, you guys, the borough, could become liable.
Well, PennDOT's gonna tell us it's not our road.
But Jerry's were saying, when we redid Second Street by the Legion and made it a one-way, we had to go through PennDOT. We just couldn't change the two-way
That's
street.
because it's between 2 PennDOT
Well,
roads.
still, it's not a PennDOT road.
But it's between 2
I know, but it's
PennDOT
not a
roads.
PennDOT.
Oh, wait, let me ask the solicitor
I
since,
think at minimum we need to study it. I tend to agree with Jerry, it doesn't directly impact the PennDOT road, but if we study it, we can always communicate that to PennDOT and let them do what they do.
Right.
We send it to the district office and see if there's anything to look at.
Yeah, we did Second Street because we were changing signs on state roads. So we had to do it there, I understand that. But up there, we're not touching a state road.
okay, you okay table that for now then?
Yeah, table it.
Okay. Who made the second? Who made the second on it?
Janine.
Janine, thank you. Janine, you okay table it also?
Please table it.
Oh, answer me then.
Please.
Answer my question.
Subject up.
It's all right, don't worry about it.
Hey, two more things I wanted to mention under announcements that I've forgotten about. So Jody made the mention about cleanup day. Bud Cook had called me about 2 weeks ago and asked me to come over and meet him in his office, go over some things. He has cleanup day scheduled for May 1st, is a Saturday, is that right?
Wait a minute, I have a note on that. Go ahead and then,
Yeah.
you know, because we were scheduled.
Right, but Bud's not doing it in town, but he wanted me to let us know that he is going to be working on the area of the 70 Bridge, making sure he's going to have people here for that. He may be in town, but he's coordinating with our current cleanup, and he'll be doing that area. He also asked me some questions about things we may be looking into. We talked about a couple grant possibilities that he asked me to get some information to him. It was a good conversation. It was a very, very good conversation between Bud and I. And also, just to fill everyone in, I talked, it was, we didn't kill each other. No, actually, we got along great. We did. He had some good ideas. I was very happy to meet with him. The CARES Act money, Roberta and I talked. that there may be some potential additional CARES Act money out there for us that her and I have talked about and she's going to be looking into. And Bud had also asked, he would like to do a public meeting here in Charleroi at some point this summer. He will only come if he's invited. I told him I would bring it up. He was thinking to do something possibly at the Market House one day this summer. Not asking for a date right now, but think about it, and I can let him know that for down the road.
I have something else to add too. I'm sorry. The Greater Washington County Food Bank is doing a spring cleanup on April 22nd from 8 a.m. to 3. Anyone can go. They can take recycled. You can bring anything like recyclable, cardboard, plastics, electronics, aluminum cans, and so on. They're going to have some activities also. They're always looking for volunteers to help at the food banks and at the cleanups. They're also going to have some giveaways. So if you know anybody that needs to go, it's at the county food bank. Out past Hugo's.
140.
140 out past Hugo's.
Do we, you said they're doing electronics.
They are doing electronics.
Do we have, the borough have any stuff to take out there?
Do they accept TVs also?
It's,
I mean, yeah, there are TVs everywhere. I mean, you know, can we
so this is what they'll accept. Cardboard, plastic, clear plastic, electronics, TVs and computers only. So yeah, we're
okay, so we could
ink
coordinate
cartridges,
with
glass, aluminum cans, yard waste, shoes for the thrift store, non-perishable food items for the actual food bank, and plastic bags. It's April 22nd from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Is that, what day of the week is that?
That is a Saturday, I believe.
Okay.
we have a truck on Friday and take it out.
Roberta did put it on the Facebook page, so if you see it, share it. It's a good program. It's going to something.
Okay, we're gonna need to make provisions far enough in advance now. We'll probably have two street. Guys, hold on, we can't hear up. Sorry. Thank you. We need to make provisions for, probably have 2 street guys available for that day. We have to pay them overtime, however we want to do it. But we have a lot of TVs now. They may be making a couple trips up there. Okay.
That's next week, we know. April 22nd.
Yes.
Yeah.
27th?
22nd.
22nd. Second, rather. Second.
And you got 2 people that's on vacation.
It's next Saturday.
Okay, I'm sorry, I apologize. I think it's the 27th. That's why I should have dated. Okay, Nancy said you had a couple other items you forgot to want to add?
Yeah, when the cleanup was supposed to be April 30th for the school, 4th Street employees were going to come May 1st. So now that it is, and by the way, the Club Serenity said they would like to participate May 1st also. And I guess they're going to participate with Lori Spina at a later date to be set.
Lori
But
Spina is no longer able to have time to do her cleanup project like last year. I spoke with
Okay.
her.
well, I was not aware of that. The last time I spoke with her, she was planning at a later date in month of May, more towards Memorial Day. So anyway, are we still able to come May 1st?
Yes, we haven't changed,
Okay.
we haven't changed that.
All right.
Yeah, as long as May 1st is a good date for them, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, we haven't, the only thing changed because the school doesn't have kids available on Friday. So the
Okay.
school requested to move theirs from Friday to Thursday.
Okay, I just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure on that. In regards to Student Government Day, when I contacted Kenny Menya, he said to me that it was canceled because they only had 3 students that signed up. So that's what I was told.
Well, it's because
I
they
wanted
hadn't
to,
heard anything.
Well, we're not going to get into it. He said it was canceled. There may have been 2 stories, and let's leave it at that. Okay?
I wanted to compliment Sammy He did a good job last week while Roberta was off. I want to thank Bobby for helping us in the office also. And I did come in and also help in there. And as you said, we'll just leave that other issue go.
Right. Okay, is that it? Okay, I do want to, going to recess the meeting.
We have any
Public comment.
public comments?
I apologize, I forgot about that. Do we have any other public comments, Roberta?
He left.
You left us.
There is a hole.
That was so close, so close.
He brought pictures, and I know that he was here last year, and they did throw some cold patch in, and
What's the address?
it's behind the Italian club.
It's that little section of alley right behind the club. And he came in to the office one day when I was here paying my garbage bill. And he was rather upset because he had asked that it be taken care of last year. They threw coal patch in, apparently over the winter. It all got kicked out, and I did drive through there on my way home. And I mean, them potholes are halfway to China. They're
Well,
bad.
I mean, the guys haven't got into their
Right,
paving
and that's what I
yet, so.
told him. I says, once the cold patch is being made again, you know, we'll make sure that that's at the top of the list for them to come in.
So just make sure the street department's aware of the address, you know, keep an eye on him. I mean, he's nowhere near doing any of that yet, obviously.
And the last time they patched up there, he did come and compliment the street crew for the work they did do up there. So as you said, they are not into that as yet.
Okay. Okay, is there anything else before I ask to recess?
I'd like executive session.
That's after the recess.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
I'm just mentioning that.
Okay, Steve, should I executive session then recess?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so,
We just won't return to conducting business.
right. So
They don't, the people don't have to stay.
we're going to go into executive session. We are not going to vote on any other issues. And then we will go ahead and recess. And we'll be recessing the meeting at that point in time till the 21st, which is next Wednesday at 5:30 p.m.